Hi there. Yes, I'm sick with the influenza. Yay! I got type A型, got my chanchanko on. In part 3, I'm going to be using English and Japanese. 日本語も使います。なので、インフルエンザと戦いながらやっていきましょう。Part 3! Woo! Part 3! ちょうどいいタイミングなので、アメリカで風邪ひいた時と日本で風邪ひいた時のその対応の仕方、ちょっと話してやっていきたいなと思います。一番大きい違いって言ったら、アメリカ人は日本人みたいにしょっちゅう病院には行かないです。日本人は風邪ひいただけでも病院に行くみたいなんですけど、でもアメリカ人は風邪ひいただけで病院には行かないです。I think the reason is because of just insurance. Policies are different. アメリカでは保険持ってる人もいるし、持っていない人もいるので、病院に行かなければいいんだったら頑張るっていう感じですね。Food. Japanese people, I think the typical thing to eat when you get sick is okayu, rice porridge. But in America, it's probably chicken noodle soup. あともう一つね、Americans drink orange juice when they get sick.Because vitamin C boosts your immune system. オレンジジュースはアメリカ人にとって本当に日常的なドリンクで、スーパーマーケットの動画でちょっと覚えてないかもしれませんけれども、オレンジジュースがすごく多かったと気づいた人もいるかもしれません。で、なぜかっていうと、オレンジジュースは朝食、朝ごはんと一緒に飲むっていう習慣がありまして、で、あとは風邪ひく時に飲むっていう感じです。In general, Japanese people wear masks. Americans do not. Oh, 日本人はね、これやめた方がいいです。くしゃみとか咳をするとき、手でかぶせるの本当にやめてください。手とかにくしゃみとか咳をすると、その後にもう手にばい菌ついたままいっぱい物を触るでしょ。だからもうばい菌が広がるでしょ。小学校とかではもう手とかにくしゃみとか咳はしないで、この中にとかね、くしゃみをしてくださいって教えられるんですよね。なぜここかっていうと、ここだったら何も触れないし、手の方がいいって言い張る人はいないと思うんですけれども、本当にこれやめてください。So let's just get started, shall we? 一般的なアメリカ人の家族はこの時期いつも会えない親戚とか家族に会いに行くとか、そういうこと結構やります。私の親戚はみんな日本に住んでいるので。So the only other family member that we have living in America is Keiko Abe, and she is my half sister. イボの姉。So Keiko and I share the same father. We have the same dad, but our mothers are different. So Keiko's mother was a white woman that my father used to be married to. They got divorced, and my father married my mother, and then we were born. Keiko is, I don't know how old she is. I think she's like 43, 4, 5, I don't know. Keiko speaks absolutely no Japanese. My father only spoke to Keiko in English. He raised her in English. Of course, the mother also raised her in English too, so Keiko speaks no Japanese. She's married now and she has 2 children. Their names are Emma and Ava. She lives in Oregon State, which is right underneath Washington State. She lives in Portland, Oregon, and it's about a 3-hour drive. On our way down to Portland, we stopped by McDonald's and we got some McDonald's breakfast, and we went through the drive-thru.
The next order was
ああ、そっか。さっき出した2箇所あるんだ。はい、何しますか
？Sausage, egg and cheese McGriddle meal. こういうファーストフードのレストランとかに行ってmealって言ったらセットっていう意味です。Number 8.
Number 8?
Yeah.
With the what? What kind of drink?
Orange juice.
Okay. Hello.
Good morning, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get started for you today?
I have a number 8 with the orange juice, please.
What size on your orange juice?
Medium.
Medium?
Is that all for you?
Yes.
Is that all for you?
Yes, it is.
688 is the window, please.
ドライフルではよくね、聞き間違いとか多いので、私たちはちょっとね、値段を聞き間違えちゃって、$6.80、680って聞こえたんだけど、実際には688。
688 is the window, please.
Hi there, 688.
What?
688? Oh, 88. Oh,
How are you today?
fine, thank you. How are you?
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to Oregon. Woo! And then here we are pulling up into Portland.
She got me up all night, down and out with these love songs. She got me up all night, down and out with these love songs. She got me up all night, yeah. All I'm singing is love songs. She got me up all night, yeah. Constant drinking and love songs. She got me up all night, yeah. Down and out with these love songs. She got me open all night, got me open all night, hey.
Before we headed over to Keiko's house, we stopped by a shopping mall because in Oregon State, there's no sales tax.
This is like bad.
Gotta get this paper, get this cake up. Gotta do my hair, gotta put on makeup. Gotta act like I care about this fake stuff straight.
で、Keiko works at Nike. Keiko は、Nike で働いているので、she's making bank, making bank, making bank, making bank. The headquarters are in Oregon, and so they have this Nike employee store. You can buy some things that you don't usually see in regular department stores, so this is kind of cool. So we're almost at our house. So as you can see, the houses look like they're one story. 1階建てに見えるんですけれども、実際には地下 basement floor がある家ばかりなので、ちょっと古い建て方なんですけれども。
どこパークしたらいいの?
Here we are.
We're here.
There you go, Mama.
We gave Emma and Ava some presents.
I don't know. I think I do, but. Okay, do you want to?
Oh, there she comes.
Wait. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Emma. Go ahead. You go too. Oh, Emma, you got one too. What do you say? It's Puppy! It's the biggest blanket ever.
It is pretty big.
Here, come here, feel this. Wait till you feel this. You're gonna want to sleep on this all the time. Here.
Oh, that looks nice.
That's adorable. Say thank you. There's some eggs and waffles are done. I'll get the butter in there.
This is our kitchen. Can you see there's 2 fucking ovens? Did you see those 2 fucking ovens? Those are 2 fucking ovens.
We gotta be responsible
stressful sometimes. Be a class act, never mind my alumni. I don't wanna be around a baby so dumb high that I don't see the beauty of a mama on insides. Curled up with my head on your chest is the best remedy for the pain and the stress. If the world doesn't change, then we'll never get dressed. It'll be like this to the kiss of the death of my soul. Bowl of the blue dream, no, not a good team. One soul, two halves. No joke, who laughs?
Now I'm making dip for me.
Wow, look at all of those dogs and cats.
And bunnies.
Oh, they're bunnies too.
Yeah, what I am trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is, the love is ours to make, so we should make it. We should make it. Everything else can wait. Everything else can wait. The time is ours to take.
Holy f, they have a pool. They have a fucking pool. See, I told you guys she's making bank, making bank, making bank, making bank.
Look at her butt. Oh my gosh. Look at her butt.
They asked if we could bring a card table tomorrow, so that's when.
That is like the dogs are.
Wow.
Yeah, for a tiny little 1,200 square foot house.
Wow.
Lucky backwards.
And after the park, my mom, my sister, and I went down to downtown Portland. And Portland has a train system. They have a train system, it's called Max.
I miss my cocoa butter kisses. Your generation above me, I know you still remember me. My afro look just like that is. Y'all taught me how to go hunting. Blam! Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my hoodies, all my homies think it's dank. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my hoodies, all my homies think it's dank. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. I will smoke a little something, but I don't inhale. Everywhere that I go, everywhere they be asked how's it going, said it go. Well, go figure, Victor's light skin. Jesus got me feeling like Colin Powell. All praise to the guy, God knows he's a pro like Colin.
It was like $250 a month for cable for us.
Yeah,
So-
we pay everything package.
Yeah.
And then we had barbecue ribs, those are pretty good. Jimmy made them. エマとエヴァ、なんか、Oh my gosh, look at her butt. そこのとこだけを歌ってたりしてたから、私の母が、結構あなたが教えたのって聞いて、
Look at her butt.
Okay, your butt is clean, right?
Look at her butt.
Okay.
Who's teaching a song? You? Who's teaching a song? You?
Who teaching song? 文法的にめちゃくちゃですけど。You guys asked me, does my mother speak English? She doesn't speak that much. She can understand English quite well, but she can't speak it that well. まあでも通じるので、ね。言いたいことはもう通じてるので、最終的には本当にそれだけでいいんですよ。
No, it's a trailer for a movie that we just came out.
It's a song from a trailer で、trailer っていうのは、まあ、PV、プロモーションビデオ。映画のプロモーションビデオに出てきた曲を聴いて、あれ以来ずっとそこだけを歌っているっていう。
Hey guys, it's time for bed.
And And look at the pool, it changes color. It's crazy. It's like disco party! Woo! Here's some wedding photos of Jimmy and Keiko. They look really nice. And then the next day, it was New Year's Eve. So this is the drive back from Oregon to Washington. でこのドライブでやっぱりね、ちょっと田舎っぽい街とかも出てくるので。
Mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my memories. My homies think it stank. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. I think we all addicted. Cigarettes on cigarettes. My mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my hoodies. All my homies think it stank. I miss my cocoa butter kisses.
So we stopped by a rest stop.
I have it because it's.
And after that, we went and ate pho.
Okay, force.
私たちはまあ日本人の家族なのでおせちを食べます。日本食のレストランでは結構おせちをやってますっていうレストランがあるので、12月31日に12月31日におせちをピックアップしました。
それ様今このローストビーフソースこちら1本つけてるんですけど、他にもう1本プレゼントすることができます。大丈夫ですか？他のお料理にも使いますのでね。
Okay, and guess how much this cost? It cost $400. Okay, $400 US equals 45,126円。アメリカのおせちってすごい高いんですね。いやいや違います。全部おせちが高いってわけじゃなくて、このお店のおせちは高いです。Okay? なので他の日本食のレストランに行ったらおせちはなんか$100とかね、1万円とか1万円以下とかね。それも自分でもおせち作れるし、なのでそんなに心配しないでください。Okay? 心配しないでください。So what we did for 正月New Year's Eve is we just ate osechi and then we watched on TV, you'll see, we watched Kohaku. And people are asking, oh my gosh, you can watch Japanese TV in America? Yes, you can. 外国で日本のテレビ見たいとか日本のニュースとか見たいっていう人たちは、NHK に$25を、毎月払ってテレビジャパンっていうものをテレビにちょっとチャンネルとして、入れられます。で、ライブ中継のニュースとかあといろんな番組が入るんですけれども、全部バラエティ番組とかあんまり入んないんですけれども、で紅白見てる時に私の母がこういう人と結婚したらいいんじゃないって突然言い出して、
いいじゃん。
あんまタイプ
あ？
わかんない。
誰？いいじゃん。なんか安心する感じだよね。
安心するじゃん。
安心するのいいね。ほっとするねってやつ。ほっとする人。
あんまタイプ。
日本とかアジアの国では正月とかいうそういう新年のそういう行事とかすごく大切なんですよね。この年をちょっと振り返ってみて、なんかそして初詣行っておせち食べてお餅食べて年越しそば食べてなんか初売りも行ってなんかいろんなことあるんですけれども、アメリカでそういうのないです。特別こういうもの食べますないです。Okay? 一般的なアメリカの家族だったら、正月って言ったら花火をテレビで見るか実際にやる だからそのスーパーマーケットの動画では正月用の花火が出てきたんですけれども、まあそういうことです。でまあシアトルでは、まあ、スペースニードルから花火が出ます。
Yay! 2017! Oh! Come on! Happy New Year! Woo! Woo!
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop with it. Ooh, get out of the way, camera guy.
I can't film vertically. Yay! Happy New Year! Woo! Oh my God! You can hear the fireworks outside.
No longer than 10.
Wow! Yay! Happy New Year! Oh, look at his jacket. Duct tape.
Everyone out here
Wow.
was clapping and cheering. That was amazing.
New Year's is basically a day just to like party. It's like, whoa, Happy New Year! Yay! っていう感じで終わります。
1分じゃなかったの？
And then it snowed a little bit.
Just take your breath away. I don't mind if there's not much to say. Sometimes the silence guides the mind to move to a place so far away. The goosebumps start to raise the minute that my left hand meets your waist. And then I watch your face, put my finger on your.
ちっちゃい子いなかったような気がするけどな。
エビだと
見たことない。
大人が見る。
大人がなんか面白がってるみたいな。
Cause you love to taste, yeah. These hearts adore everyone the other beats hard.
That's all I have for part 3. I'm too f***ing sick. Like, can you tell my nose is like, I can't. Part 3, ごめんなさい。もう終わります。Anyway, bye. 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 Oh my god. Oh my gosh.